It's the New York Yankees taking on the Tampa Bay Rays.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next.
Tampa Bay Rays.
And on the mound for Tampa Bay in this one, Drew Rasmussen. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
All right, ready to go here. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. And away we go this afternoon. The 1-0. And there's a foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. Way high with that one. And it's 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
That's off the mark, and the count's full. Got him swinging for the K. The high heat, too much on that one. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. And Singy, you have to think this lefty-heavy lineup is ready to eat in this one with a righty on the hill.
Eat it is, Boog. So many lefties just feel more confident with the righty pitching, giving them that little edge. Doesn't always play out that way in the box score, though, so we'll see what happens in this game.
Here comes Aaron Judge. That one's in there, 0-1.
Ball upstairs.
That's a strike. And now the count is even. Battling here as he fouls it away. That misses the zone, and it's 3-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike three, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Two down, nobody on. And another ball. Down.
Hey.
On the ground to first, and that goes foul. 2-2 now. And that's too high.
I think he wanted that call in the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Payoff pitch. And there's ball four.
That's ball four. Take your base.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. On the corner for a strike. And it's 0-1. Bellinger off of first with 2 away. Quick move to first. Bellinger dives back. And the sweeper misses. Foul ball. And a 1-2. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Mullins moving under it. And that's the third out. Now it's the Rays' turn. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And taking the ball for the Yankees, Max Fried. Chris, how about a scouting report?
The opposing hitters are going to see a lot of cutters. This guy can throw it to the front side of the plate, the back side of the plate, so you're really not able to cheat to get the fat part of the bat on the baseball.
Gavin Lux digs in now. Fouled off left side. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2. Ball one there. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Batting second, the designated hitter.
Now a look at Kevin Cash's lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions. But I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Chop to first. And it gets by him.
I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Jonathan Aranda, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. This one in the air, center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 13,
Junior Caminero, next to hit for the Rays. This one in the air. Wells in position. And that'll do it. We played an inning, no score. We move ahead to the top of the second now. And stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice.
Right.
In the air to left center. Simpson on the move to the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Batting fifth,
1 pitch and 1 out.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Digging in, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That one almost got him. Next offering is fouled back. And that's through there for a strike. And the count 1-2. On the ground to the left.
Foul.
And foul ball. One, two now. Struck him out swinging. That K is his third of the game. Two outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Ryan McMahon. And that's a little bit high. And that is ball one. McMahon measures 6 feet 2 inches, 31 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2013. The 1-0.
Nope.
Second inning here, no score.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt pop it. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
And the strike is overturned after review. Still 2 challenges left for them. 2 down, nobody on. Check swing. He went. Strike one. Payoff pitch. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now up for Tampa Bay, Cedric Mullins. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Max Fried will go to work. On the ground, right side. Chisholm slings to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting 6, the right fielder, number 21, Johnny.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Johnny DeLuca.
Ball one.
This one in the air, center field. Grisham takes it in for the out. And a couple of quick outs.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Taylor.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Taylor Walls. A switch hitter batting right.
Ball one.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. That misses.
That's ball three.
Ball three. Outside corner, there's a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots.
That's ball
They're
four.
so tough to
Take
do
your base.
anything with as a hitter.
Outside ball
Batting 8,
four.
the left fielder, Chandler.
2 outs, runner at first. And stepping in is the speedy Chandler Simpson. Runner on the goal. Pitching for a strike. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. 0-1 now. And a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one missed. Upstairs. Nick Fortes in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Man at second. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Went back to the cutter, and it was worthwhile. 1 left for Tampa. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Jose Caballero. Now a drag bunt, third base side. On the run, throw to first. Got the out.
Well, I think the defense was anticipating something here because they were really ready to defend as that ball was put down. Nice little drag bunt, but they get the out, and way to go.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
Yeah!
And there's a fly ball deep right field. That's got a chance. And it's off the wall. Oh, he throws it away. Around second now, going for 3. And he makes it all the way to third. So a costly throwing error there.
Clearly that was a solid double all the way. Nice swing of the bat right there, but that just can't happen on defense. Getting the ball back into the infield. You've got to make a decent throw your infielders can handle. Just gave him an extra 90 feet for free.
1 down, runner at third. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. Led off the game with a strikeout. And he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they've still got both their challenges.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
The Yankees with a chance to score first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that one fouled off. Two now. Out towards left center. Simpson should have this one. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
It's Aaron Judge now. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
2 down, nobody on. Swings through that one for strike 2. Next offering down low and in the dirt. Started after the 1-2 pitch. Appeal to first. No swing, says Freddie Ferguson. 2-2.
That's ball 3.
Cody Bellinger hitting on deck circle. And a payoff pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. Yankees 1, the Rays nothing. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. As we go to the last of the 3rd. And now the catcher for the Rays, Nick Fortes.
With an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. And the tying run is on base.
Up next for the Rays, the second baseman, Gavin.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Here's the second baseman, Gavin Lux. Inside.
Ball, that's inside.
Ball 1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter, Yandy.
1 out, man at first. And now it's going to be Yandy Diaz. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
That's a ball.
And a swing and a miss. Jackknifes out of the way.
Inside.
Man at first, 1 away. And that
Ball,
one
that's down.
cutting but missing down low. Check swing went around. That is strike 2. Payoff pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Jonathan Aranda will hit next. Fly to center his first time. Fortes, the runner at first with 2 gone. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Fly ball down the line. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Got him swinging. The Rays strand just the 1, still behind by a count of 1-0. Start of the 4th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Cody Bellinger. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
He's been
Inside
pitching
ball.
well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And there's a ball. To the right side, and it goes just foul. Good job to fight that one off. Payoff pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Three-two now. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter, Giancarlo.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. Fly to center his first time.
Pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And the 0-1. That one catches the corner for a strike. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Here's a 1-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A two-run homer, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. Fly to left his first time.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. Top half of inning number 4. And a swing and a miss.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Got him looking for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Jazz Chisholm Jr., the next to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. And the 1-0.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
2 down, base is empty. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
That's out.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. And that
Inside,
one almost got
ball
him. 2 down, nobody on.
Hey!
This one in the air, center field. Mullins gets under it, and that is that. Giancarlo Stanton flexing that big-time power swing. It's now 3-0. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for the Rays, Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero.
Hey!
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Right through there for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Inside, ball 3.
And another fastball almost gets him.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Rays, the center fielder, Cedric.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Cedric Mullins. Rolled out to second in his first at bat.
As a left-handed hitter, you kind of expect that breaking ball from the lefty, so you just want to track it and get an idea because you know it's going to come into play later in the at-bat.
That one pulled foul.
Oh, it's a really good pass of the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way, just let it travel a hair more.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. One out man at first. Now it's going to be Johnny DeLuca. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Center field. Grisham settles underneath it. 2 away.
The batter, number 6, shortstop, Taylor.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Taylor Walls walked his first time. Swing and a ball lifted left field. That is the inning. We're headed to the 5th. Yankees 3, the Rays nothing.
Now pitching.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Cole Sulser.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. He's 0 for 1. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Comes up empty. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. The shortstop takes the ball. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher,
Austin Wells, stepping in now for the Yankees. 1-for-1 with a double and a run scored. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. That one just misses. That's off the mark, and the count's even at 2. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Pretty close, but it was a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. Two on the way. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at bat alive.
The 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. In the air out towards right center. Mullins moving under this one. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12, Trent Grisham.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Close, but call the ball. Ball 1. Yankees up by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Ground ball to first, could be 2. Over to second for 1. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. Last half of the 5th coming up. Yankees 3, the Rays nothing.
It's been a long while, I got it on pin, a living bankrolling, I'm my own penny, I've been on 10, I the whole team, and all of that way, you know it's on me, you know I got goals, you know
we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now up for Tampa Bay, Chandler Simpson. And a base hit up the middle. So a man on base to start the inning.
Wastes no time there, and now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Nick Fortes. Single to right in his first trip. Foul ball there.
Well, these Rays just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far.
Down.
0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
That's ball 2.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Swings and misses and 1 down below the zone. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Up next for the Rays,
Gavin Lux next to hit for the Rays. They're 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Tap foul at the plate. first and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5.
Nope, outside.
Strike 2. That's a ball.
That's
went
outside.
with the sweeper. Swings and misses, struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Next to hit, Yandy Diaz. That one way outside, and it's 1-0.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Bellinger moving under it. Brings it in.
Up next for the Rays, the first baseman, number 8.
2 outs, runners at first and second. And stepping in for the Rays, Jonathan Aranda. That misses. Ball 1. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. And that's
off the plate.
The inside edge. And now 3-0. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And they're all loaded up. Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge.
The third baseman, number 13.
It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. The 3-1. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. Yankees 3, the Rays nothing. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far. So digging in, Aaron Judge.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Brian Baker warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Engler getting cranked up as well. The 0-1. Now this is in the air down the line. And a foul ball. Goes down looking. Judge not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And the strike call will stand. 1 challenge remaining for them now. Bellinger up to hit.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Ball one.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Cole Sulser is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Now on the mound for the Rays, Mason Engler. He's into the game with the bases empty. And he
That's a ball.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Swings through that. And that
Ball, that's
just
high.
misses. Next
Ball, that's
offering is
outside.
outside. And they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Yanks held in check, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Bottom of the 6th. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero.
Off the plate, ball one.
The lefty, the 1-0. Makes a sliding stop. Fires to first, and that's a great play for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
So up next, Cedric Mullins.
Hey.
The 0-1. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, and that's a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
One out, runner at second. Johnny DeLuca next to hit for the Rays. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Freed checks the runner, and he's back in easily. Man at second. Now a pop-up on the infield. Rice under it. And there's 2 away.
The batter, number 6, shortstop Taylor.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop Taylor Walls. Fouled off. He was late.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Man on second, 2 down. The shortstop takes the ball. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. That's a base hit. Mullins headed home. Here's the throw to the plate.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now at the plate, Chandler Simpson. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw. Save. Pitches in there. That's strike 2. The Yankees with some action in their pen. Fernando Cruz appears to be getting loose. Doval also getting ready. Lined, and that's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Nick Fortes. He's 2 for 2. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
Fried keeping an eye on him. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Ball outside. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Base knock center field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, a big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Max Fried will give way, and a pretty decent effort out of him. Tie ball game. New arm out of the pen when we get back.
Now pitching for the
New pitcher for the Yankees, number 80. Go ahead run on base. Gavin Lux getting ready to hit. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Hey! Swing and a ball driven out to center. Carrying well. On the warning track and hauls it in. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 7th inning coming up, all tied up at 3 apiece. We go to the top of the 7th, and stepping in for New York, Ben Rice.
Ben Rice.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
And
that's
another
a ball.
It looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
The 2-1. Just misses the mark outside the zone. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4. And the go-ahead run is on base. So digging in, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That one ripped, but foul.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Clips the corner. Now 1-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
That missed by a lot. And the count now even up.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher. But if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Ryan McMahon in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. Got him swinging for the strikeout.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Ryan.
Go ahead run on base. Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Really important at bat coming up now.
Jose Caballero will hit next. 1 for 2. And that drops in for a strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. In the air, right field. DeLuca has a beat on it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, number
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Mason Engler done for the afternoon, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching
On the mound now, Griffin Jacks.
Griffin Jacks.
Two aboard, 2 outs. And here is Austin Wells.
Outside, that's a ball.
The 1-0. Ripped, but it curls foul. Two on, 2 outs. In for a strike, and now just one pitch away from surviving the inning. Got him swinging for the K. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Set for the last half of the 7th. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Yandy Diaz. And that is out of play. That's outside.
That's out.
Ball 1. And that one pulled foul. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Handles, throws to first, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
The first baseman, number 8,
Jonathan Aranda now at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one.
Ball 1.
All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th.
Nope, that's off the plate.
You
Ball
get to
2.
this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher
Ball
walk
3.
you, if he will.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 3. And a 4-pitch
ball
walk.
4.
One gone, runner at first. Now up for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. They'll keep their remaining challenge.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Not even close there. 2-1. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One away. Tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. On a line out towards center. And a base hit around second, on his way to third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Go ahead run is at third. Cedric Mullins next to hit for the Rays. 1 for 3. In for a strike. 0-1. Mullins wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. 2 on, 1 out. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the play.
There goes the runner. And a count 1-2.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
That one
Ball.
inside. Look out. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. That's ripped into the outfield. Should be extra bases. 1 runs in. Here comes the runner. Relay throw. Safe at the plate. And they lead by 2.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Number 80 out of the game. And he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Paul Blackburn.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
So up next, Johnny DeLuca. Out to short, Caballero. Throw to first in time.
The batter, number 6, shortstop, Taylor.
Now it's the shortstop, Taylor Walls.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
To third, and he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Rays 5 and the Yankees 3. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Trent Grisham. In the air to left center. Simpson settles under this one. And he makes the catch. And there's 1 away. The Yankees looking to rally.
The right fielder, number 99.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
That one not close. Ball 1. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Edwin Uceda, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. Clevenger also throwing. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3. Got him with the sweeper.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Bellinger.
2 outs, base is empty. And here comes Bellinger.
Ball 1. Hey!
Jax, 31 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hit on the ground to short. And he beats it. He's safe.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
Man at first, and now the DH, Giancarlo Stanton. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball, that's too high.
The 1-0. Bellinger leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Now a quick throw to first.
He's safe.
Bellinger dives back. That was the sweeper,
inside.
but it missed. And he chases that one below the zone.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Stays alive. Tying run at the plate. Just missing there. And the count's full.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
3-2 now. Got him. Third out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Rays 5 and the Yankees 3. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ryan Yarbrough.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Chandler Simpson getting ready to hit.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Hey!
Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep their remaining challenge. The lefty, the 1-0. In the air, left field. Bellinger on his way over. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
And now the catcher for the Rays, Nick Fortes. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. And first offering is fouled off. Activity in the bullpen. Jake Bird getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. The 1-1. And that one fouled off. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 2 away now.
The second baseman, Gavin.
So back to the top of the order. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Gavin Lux. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout. There's a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Down in order go the Rays, and it remains 5-3.
Now pitching.
Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Edwin Uceda.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Ben Rice getting ready to hit.
First baseman, number 22, Ben Rice.
Yeah!
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. No challenges left for them now. Here's a 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Three, 2 now.
Ball 3.
And that'll bring the tying run
it.
to the plate.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
High fly ball out towards left field.
No,
And that's a foul ball.
No, he's really
outside.
working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
The tying run at the plate. And a count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Now the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Yankees with only 1 out remaining.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And that will drop foul. The 0-1. They're down to their final strike. In the dirt. The shortstop takes the ball. Missed
Ball,
with a
that's low.
changeup, and now it's 3-2.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
And the tying run is on
Figure eight.
base.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
So up next for New York, Austin Wells. And that chops in for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
That misses, and the count even 1-1. Now
Ball
one
two.
missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 2 outs. That
Ball
misses.
3.
3-1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
The 3-1. And fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
And a payoff pitch. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.